This is Pathfinder Kingmaker. I picked it up a while ago when it first came out and haven't had a chance to play it at all. I have no idea what it's about. I picked it up because I like these types of games, so hopefully it's good, and hopefully we'll enjoy it. Alright, so it looks like that's DLC there, maybe. So the main story. Explore the Stolen Lands, a wild territory that has been contested for centuries. Hundreds of kingdoms have risen and fallen in these lands, and now it's time for you to make your mark by building your own kingdom. To succeed in this, you'll need to survive the harsh wilderness and the menace of rival nations, as well as perils from within your own court. Normal. Let's see, we do story. Oh, you can even do a custom. Maybe we'll do normal. The damage you suffer from enemies and traps is reduced by 20%. Enemies inflict reduced damage on critical hits. Your character will not die after suffering a deadly injury for the first time. Instead, they'll be afflicted by the Death's Door condition. If a character with this condition suffers a deadly injury, they will then die, resting in a comfortable place and safe place, such as Oleg's trading post removes the Death's Door's condition. Your character can still die from an instant death effect, energy drain, poison, or other similar condition. If your main character dies, the game is over. If a companion dies, you can resurrect them with the Raise Dead or a similar spell, an extremely expensive service unavailable to most adventurers. It's easy. Doesn't really seem too much different. Besides the fact that damage is reduced by 60%, enemies have decreased power and cannot critically hit you. Yeah, so we want that. Let's just do normal and see how it is. So we can create a champion from scratch by choosing their race, class, gender, and alignment, customize their appearance, and finally tune their abilities, skills, and feats. Or we can choose a pre-made character, it looks like. A fighter, paladin, ranger, sorcerer, cleric. But of course we're going to create our own. Portrait. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking guy. Count. Vampire, maybe? Ranger, an orc. That's a pretty cool looking mage. I might have to go with this guy. Kind of looks like Artexian, my character that I usually play in these sorts of games. That guy's a close second. I think, yeah, we'll have to go with this guy. Nice. Race. Human. elf, dwarf, gnome, halfling, half-elf, half-orc, Aasimar. Aasimars are human with a significant amount of celestial or other good outsider blood in their ancestry. While not always benevolent, Aasimars are more inclined towards acts of kindness rather than evil. Aasimar heritage can lie dormant for generations only to appear suddenly in the child of two apparently human parents. Most societies interpret Aasimar births as good omens, but it must be acknowledged that some of the Aasimars take advantage of their reputation of their kind, brutally subverting the expectations of others with acts of terrifying cruelty or abject venality. Aasimars look mostly human except for some minor physical trait that reveals their unusual heritage. Typically, their features are hair that shines like metal, unusual eye or skin color, or others. Tiefling. We're just gonna do human, male. Humans get plus 2 to 1 ability score. At creation, the character gets +2 bonus to an ability of their choice. Feat and skilled. Humans possess exceptional drive and a great capacity to endure and expand, and as such are currently the dominant race in the world. Their empires and nations are vast, sprawling things. The citizens of these societies carve names for themselves with the strength of their sword arms and the power of their spells. Humanity is best characterized by its tumultuousness and diversity, and human cultures run the gamut of savage but honorable tribes to decadent, devil-worshipping noble families in the most cosmopolitan cities. Humans' curiosity and ambition often triumph over their predilection for a sedentary lifestyle, and many leave their homes to explore the innumerable forgotten corners of the world or lead mighty armies to conquer their neighbors simply because they can. The physical characteristics of humans are as varied as the world climbs. From the dark-skinned tribesmen of the southern continents to the pale and barbaric raiders of the northern lands, humans possess a wide variety of skin colors, body types, and facial features. Generally speaking, humans' skin color assumes a darker hue the closer to the equator they live. Race traits. Feat. A feat is an ability a character has mastered. Feats often allow characters to circumvent rules or restrictions. Characters gain 1 feat at the first level, and every 2 levels thereafter, humans receive a bonus feat at first level. Skilled. Humans gain an additional skill rank at first level and 1 additional rank whenever they gain a level. Yep. Class. Alchemist, no. Barbarian, maybe. Bard, no. Cleric, no. Druid, no. Fighter, maybe. Inquisitor. It's an Inquisitor. Oh, some partial magic. Nope. Kineticist. Magus, a monk, paladin, a ranger, a rogue, slayer. Skilled at tracking down targets, slayers are consummate hunters, living for the chase and the deadly stroke that brings it to a close. Slayers spend most of their time honing their weapon skills, studying the habits and anatomy of foes, and practicing combat maneuvers. Interesting. Oh, there's different archetypes too. So right now we're looking at a barbarian, or a fighter, or a slayer. I don't know if I like. Vanguards are battlefield commanders who focus on the brutality of combat and lead their allies to a bloody victory. Quick to react to danger, a vanguard is a valuable scout, capable officer, and skilled tactician. A deliverer, also known as a divine assassin, God's blade, or wrathbringer. A deliverer is a weapon chosen by a god to punish those who have committed an affront to the deity. Evil deities are more likely to use assassins than deliverers, but some good deities use deliverers to deal with problems of a subtler nature than a cleric, inquisitor, paladin, war priest can typically handle. Spawn Slayer. Generations of warriors hold the line against impossible odds. Some of their ancient techniques persist to this day. Oh, that's interesting. A barbarian with heavy armor proficiency. Okay, that's kind of like a ranger. Rager. Fighters excel at combat, defeating their enemies, controlling the flow of battle, and surviving such sorties themselves. While their specific weapons and method grant them a wide variety of tactics, few can match fighters for sheer battle prowess. An Aldori Defender. An Aldori swords lords of Brevoy are among the deadliest and most feared fighters of the Inner Sea. They have spent long years mastering the Aldori dueling sword, pitting themselves against other dueling swords and all manner of weaponry besides. Their speed and reflexes weave a net of impenetrable steel around them, from which they strike and harry their unfortunate opponents. The most common form of Aldori dueling, and arguably the easiest of the techniques to master, focuses on avoiding damage and disarming foes. These sword lords prefer to wear light or no armor, trusting their skill for protection. Tower Shield Specialist. Many fighters believe the Tower Shield is a tool suitable only for troops on the battlefield, claiming it is too large and bulky to use in skirmishes or within a dungeon corridor. Tower Shield Specialists defy those notions, using their massive shield with startling skill and incredible effect. They use these seemingly clumsy shields to perform deft maneuvers that confound their enemies. For two-handed fighters, some fighters focus their efforts on finding the biggest, heaviest, and most imposing weapon they can find, and training to manage and harness the weight of their massive weapons for maximum impact. These fighting school benefits only apply when using two-handed weapons. I think I will do that. Sounds good to me. 3 is skinny, 2 is heavier set, 1 is middle. We'll do that. He's right-handed. Face. Oh yeah, face 6. Doom. Yeah, we'll go with 6. Oh, whoops. We'll just go with 1. Hairstyle 2, it'll have to be a ponytail, because... Oh, we can do that. The man bun matches the portrait. Oh, damn it. Yep. Human male, two-handed fighter. And then beard, we're gonna go with maybe some stubble. Then we're gonna go black. Primary color. Move black. So 32 maybe? Yep. Uh, 31. Secondary color. Do you like the red? Maybe we'll do... let's just do the red. Do this dark red. Yeah. Ability scores, okay. Strength measures a character's physical power. This ability is important for those who engage in hand-to-hand combat, such as fighters, monks, paladins, and some rangers. Strength also determines your maximum amount of weight your character can carry. If a character's strength falls to 0, they become too weak to move and fall unconscious. Some creatures, such as incorporeal ghosts, do not possess a strength score and do have no modifier at all to strength-based skills or checks. Your character's strength modifier applies to melee attack rolls, athletics, and strength checks for breaking down doors and the likes. Damage rolls when using a melee weapon or thrown weapon, including a sling. Note that offhand attacks receive only half the character's strength bonus, while two-handed attacks receive 1.5 times the strength bonus. A strength penalty, but not a bonus, applies to attacks made with a bow, unless it's a composite bow. So max we can get to 20. Dexterity. Dexterity measures agility, reflexes, and balance. This is most important ability for rogues and is vital for characters seeking to excel with ranged weapons, such as a bow or sling. It is also useful for characters who wear light or medium armor or no armor at all. If a character's dexterity falls to 0, they become immobilized. Your character's dexterity modifier applies to range attacks made with bows, crossbows, throwing axes, and many ranged spells. Spell attacks like Scorching Ray or Searing Light. Armor class, provided that the character is able to react to the attack. Reflex saving throws for avoiding fireballs and other attacks that you can escape by moving quickly. Mobility, trickery, and stealth checks. Maybe like 12. Constitution. Constitution represents your character's health and stamina. A higher constitution increases a character's hit points, so the ability is important for all classes. Some creatures, such as the undead and constructs, do not have a constitution score. Their modifier is +0 for any constitution-based checks. If a character's constitution falls to 0, the character dies. You apply your character's constitution modifier to each roll of a hit die. Note that constitution penalties can never drop the result below 1, thus a character always gains at least 1 hit point each time he advances in level. Fortitude saving throws for resisting poison, disease, and other similar threats. If a character's constitution score changes enough to alter his or her constitution modifier, the character's hit points also increase or decrease accordingly. Get up to 14 or 15. 14 looks good. Intelligence. Intelligence determines how well a character learns and reasons. This ability is important for wizards because it affects their spellcasting ability in many ways. If a character intelligence falls to 0, the character loses consciousness. Some creatures do not possess an intelligence score. Their modifier is +0 for any intelligence-based skills or checks. Creatures of animal level instinct have intelligence scores of 1 or 2. Any creature capable of understanding speech has a score of at least 3. Your character's intelligence modifier affects the number of skill points gained each level. Your character always gains at least 1 skill point per level. Knowledge and lore skill checks. Note that wizards and alchemists gain bonus spells based on their intelligence scores. The minimum intelligence of a wizard needs to cast a spell is 10 plus a spell's level. I get ability from, who knows. I feel like we always gain 1. don't really need more than that. I mean, at least 8. That costs 2 points. Wisdom. Saving throws. Skills. Wisdom describes the character's willpower, common sense, awareness, and intuition. Wisdom is most important ability for clerics and druids, and it is also important for monks and rangers. If you want your character to have acute senses, strive for high wisdom. Every creature has a wisdom score. If a character's wisdom falls to 0, the character loses consciousness. You apply your character's wisdom modifier to will saving throws for negating the effects of charm, person, and other spells. Perception and lore checks. Clerics and druids, inquisitors, and rangers get bonus spells based on their wisdom scores. The minimum wisdom score needed to cast a cleric, druid, or ranger spell is 10 plus the spell's level. I don't really want to have a negative on any type of bonus. Charisma. Charisma reflects a character's personality, personal magnetism, their ability to lead, and their appearance. It is most important ability for paladins, sorcerers, and bards. It is also important for clerics since it affects their ability to channel energy. For undead creatures, charisma is a measure of their unnatural life force. Every creature has a charisma score. If a character's charisma falls to 0, the character loses consciousness. Your character's charisma modifier enables you to use magic devices, influence others, channel energy. For clerics and paladins attempting to harm undead foes, bards, paladins, and sorcerers gain a number of bonus spells based on their charisma. The minimum charisma needed to cast a bard, paladin, or sorcerer spell is 10 plus the spell's level. I mean, I don't really care about being charismatic. Let's just do this. Racial bonus, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Yeah. Skills. This skill represents a character's physical ability in such things as leaping, scaling walls, and swimming. It enables you to catch objects, climb obstacles, jump, and so on. Mobility. Skills represents a character's talent for balance coordination, including aerial maneuvers, gymnastics, and tumbling. Your character's mobility skill enables you to move near opponents without provoking attacks of opportunity, keep your balance, escape from restraints, break your falls, squeeze through tight spots, and so on. Trickery. This skill represents a character's ability to perform tasks that require delicate manipulation. Your character's trickery skill enables you to disarm traps or devices, open locks, pilfer objects from your creatures, and so on. Stealth. This skill represents a character's ability to avoid detection, allowing the character to slip past foes or strike from an unseen position. This skill covers hiding and moving silently. Your character's stealth skill enables you to avoid being noticed. This skill represents a character's knowledge about people, systems that make civilizations run, and historical events that made societies what they are today. Your character's knowledge of the world skills enable you to create or detect forgeries, decipher writings, identify monsters, humanoids, and recall knowledge about geography, history, people, and places. This skill represents a character's knowledge about the natural world. Your character's lore of nature skill enables you to hunt, identify monsters, recall knowledge about dungeons or nature, skin the dead animals, avoid random encounters, and so on. Lore of religion. The skill represents a character's knowledge and secrets of deities, holy lore, and extraplanar realms. Your character's lore and religion skill is useful to identify monsters, outsiders, and undead, recall knowledge about the planes or religions, etc. Perception. The skill represents a character's acuity, which enables them to notice fine details, see danger coming, and tell when people are lying or otherwise behaving suspiciously. Your character's perception skill enables you to read secret messages, get hunches, notice creatures and details, search locations, sense motives, and so on. Persuasion. The skill represents character ability to manipulate other people through negotiation, deceit, or intimidation. Your character's persuasion skill enables you to change others' attitude, create diversions, gather information, intimidate and lie, and so on. And use magic device. Character's ability to activate magic items even if you're not otherwise trained in their use. Your character's use magic device skill enables you to activate wands and scrolls that you would normally be unable to use, equip magic items that you would normally be prohibited from equipping, and avoid the negative consequences of using dangerous magical and cursed items. Let's just go with athletics and nature. Feat. Weapon focus. Choose one type of weapon. You can also choose unarmed strike, or if you are a spellcaster, melee or ranged touch attack as your weapon for the purpose of this feat. Benefit. You gain +1 bonus on all attack rolls you make using the selected weapon. Special. You can gain this feat multiple times. Its effects do not stack. Each time you take a feat, it applies to a new weapon. Type of weapon. Alertness, +2 perception. Efficiency, armor focus. Blind fight and melee. Every time you miss because of concealment, you can re-roll your miss, chance percentile roll one more time to see if you actually hit. Deft hands. Trickery. Die hard. Exotic weapon for proficiency. We don't need two-bladed sword. What do you need for cleave? Power attack. So power attack is going to be important because I like cleave, especially with a two-handed weapon. Wings. Oh, that's cool. You gain wings as the Asmar. Be cool for like a rogue. Alright, so weapon focus. And the weapon focus will be a great sword. Or do I already gain a weapon focus? Hold on, we're gonna go with like alert. Okay, yeah. So, for that, we're gonna go weapon focus. And the weapon focus will be great sword. Oh, okay, we get a second feat, which would be power attack, so we can get cleave. Bonus combat feat. Oh wow, we can get all of it now. Alright, our alignment. I feel like I want to be like a chaotic good. A creature's overall moral and personal attitudes are represented by its alignment. Lawful good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, or chaotic evil. Good characters protect innocent life, evil characters debase or destroy it, whether for fun or for profit. Lawful characters tell the truth, keep their word, respect authority, honor tradition, and judge those who fall short of their duties. Chaotic characters follow their conscience, resent being told what to do, favor new ideas over tradition, and keep their promises only if they feel like it. Yeah, I feel like chaotic good is good for a fighter.
I'll take care of it. Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
I have no need for this.
Adventures await.
Adventures await.
The path is clear.
All this waiting bores me.
We will be victorious.
Does anyone require my counsel? Damn it all.
I'll take care of it.
This strike. Let us be off. Forwards! You're done for.
Enemy.
I won't give up.
I won't give up.
We cannot be defeated.
Every.
Adventures await.
The path is clear.
I lead. You follow.
I'll go.
My wounds pile on. Let's hear you cry.
This.
None shall escape.
Yeah, doing that. Alright, so choose name. We'll go with Artexian, as we always do. Month date.
I am superior.
It's true. Alright, so Abaddis, Callistril. We are a Callistril on the 27th.
I lead. You follow.
I lead. You follow. Let's see.